They will return the day when they are needed. Our gaze is shifted upwards to the sky.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live, for the Club 73 Touring Car Championship presented by World League Sim Racing. My name, as usual, is Andrew Woodhouse. I hope that hasn't changed. And alongside me in the commentary box is BSRTC veteran Kevin Noon. Kev, Laguna Seca, classic track. We always come here. We like it a lot. What's your opinion of it?
It's just mint. There's no other word for it. It's such a good track, such a challenging track as well. There's lots of high speed and slow speed corners. We're already seeing some incidents going on in qualifying with cars catching slower cars, so it's going to make some good, interesting racing, I think.
We also have the man doing the cameras, Alex Simpson, iRacing World Championship driver, of course, and well, we always go through the story about how you used to hate this place, but okay, I'll change the question this time. What is it that you now like about this circuit?
Yeah, that's a good question as well. I mean, I think it's just it's just another one of those tracks, a bit like Sebring actually, the early one this week. You know, once you get into a nice little rhythm here, it's just, you know, it's quite a joy to drive. I definitely feel like it's more of a hot lapper track than you know, one that you want to race at, because it's very difficult to overtake. But yeah, I just you know, when you nail a lap around here, yeah, you know, you feel like you've achieved something.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, I think, where you can really get into the zone. Alex, I'll bring you in before the race, mate, and get some insight there. But Kev, it's kind of like I don't know. I almost get the feeling it's a bit like a Monaco without the walls, in that you get into that rhythm of just pushing the boundaries ever closer and ever closer. And it's those drivers that can get as close to their maximum around here that are going to do well. Yeah,
the off tracks are easy to pick up around here. You can definitely lose a lot of time by running wide, or just some of the curbs. Some of the curbs are killer as well. They can just if you run a big curb, you can just push you offline, and then you just lose in time. And then obviously there's a famous corkscrew, which you need to just find a rhythm to get through it, and just use that rhythm wisely to get through it. Because if you try and push too hard through it, you just end up going across off track.
One thing that we do see, of course, in iRacing with these later builds that we now have is that dust and dirt and debris can really play a part. Laguna Seca is one of the worst tracks in terms of dust and dirt coming off the side of the track and onto the racing line, isn't it? Surely that's going to play a factor for these guys, especially in a multi-class race where you often have to go off the line.
Definitely, especially in the feature race like one of the 30-minute race. There's some of the quicker corners, the kinks going up to the corkscrew. A lot of people run wide there. They're going to start pulling dirt onto the track. It should make it a bit more interesting. But like you said, when people go offline, when they're lapping cars or slower traffic, then they're going to just have to be a bit careful.
Have a look at the championship standings then after the second meeting, of course, last week at Okayama. Ben Hackerson leads the way. He is 26 points ahead of Lewis Bibby, with Kip Stevens in third, Jeroen Kaiser in fourth, and Clinton Bell in fifth. Very close as well behind them. Sixth, tied Alex Everett and Tristan Bodis. Ian Roskill is in eighth, Stephen Baxter ninth, and Andrew Whitehead in 10th. And then for the Jetta, the Mike Cooling Cup, of course, Dennis Melcher ahead of Michael Hall, then Conrad Venter in third, Ben Gregory fourth, James Leggett in fifth, Ben Becker sixth, Kat Cunningham in seventh, Sean Gardner eighth, and I do apologise, I've forgotten the gentleman's first name. I think it's David Waldock, isn't it? In ninth, and Stephen Hooper in 10th. Okay, so just a few minutes left to qualifying. Kev, have you seen anybody who's out there on a fast one?
I think there's still quite a lot of people out there trying to get fast ones. I've seen a lot of incidents, cars getting caught up behind traffic, so I'd imagine a lot of people are still going to be pounding in the laps to try and their time.
Some of the Kia drivers are really pushing their luck with the traffic. They're going to get into some incidents here because they really are just taking a few liberties with the Jettas, I think. And remember, the Jetta drivers are pushing hard out there. It's just it's a slower car. These guys are just as skilled as the Kia drivers, and the Kia drivers need to respect that, even though they're on the qualifying lap. So are the guys in the VWs.
Yeah, you've got a few of them still on hot laps. What the Kia guys need to remember is that the Jetta sometimes takes a different line, which I think has been catching people out in the last few rounds. Of the, they need to take a bit of a wider entry and keep that corner speed as high as they can, whereas the Kia can get away with a bit of more of a tighter turning. But yeah, I think hopefully people will pick it up.
But I think the Kia drivers as well, having raced the Kia a fair bit, obviously nowhere near as much as a lot of these drivers out there, but if you're lapping a slower traffic, you've really got to plan your line. You've got to see how many cars are in front. You've got to plan the best line to avoid these Jettas, because you can still get a fast time as James Liggett goes for some rallycross. That'll be coming soon to iRacing, but James obviously a little eager to kick it off. Kick it off a bit early. He'll love me for that. I'll get some stick for that later on. But yeah, look at all the dust and crap already on the racetrack from the side of the corkscrew, Kev, as well. See the stones, because some of this is gravel, of course, and some of it's just sort of I don't know whether it's sand or whether it's a dusty, sort of grassy runoff area.
I think in real life it's a lot of dust. I think it's like a very gravelly surface, especially the lighter stuff. I mean, there is patches. Yeah, it's very, very dry, short, grassy with a lot of dust.
So that's getting drawn onto the circuit. Oh dear me, as that's Ethan McColgan having some issues in the Automech car. But yeah, these guys are going to have to fight against the elements and against the circuit, really. What do we got? We've got 28 degrees track temperature, 23 degrees 23 degrees air temperature. So it's fairly cool out there. I don't think we're going to see much tyre degradation. It's a 15-minute race, so the guys are just going to have to be... Oh, dear me. Tell you what, there's a lot of drivers. Alex, can I bring you in for a second? Because obviously, okay, you've run in the Blancpain Endurance Series, and that's about, I think, the closest thing that I think we can get to this. In terms of the qualifying situation, but some drivers just aren't using their brains or their mirrors out there, it looks like.
No, it's a tight little short track, and everybody's just really worried about themselves in qualifying, aren't they? and this is what happens. So it's nature of the beast, I'm afraid, when you've got 45 cars trying to scream around a circuit that's a minute and a half long. It's gonna cause it's gonna cause problems.
It's only a 3.6 kilometre circuit. When you compare it to what's Spa, is that about 8 kilometres? Is it seven and a bit kilometres? When you really realise that this is a tight old circuit for these cars. I mean, we did the Porsche race at Silverstone, and you know that was quite hard even to get a good qualifying lap in. And Silverstone's a massive circuit compared to Laguna Seca, so there were 40 odd cars on the grid, nearly 50 cars for the BSR Porsche special event that we ran here on Apex Racing TV the other night. So with just a few seconds to go in qualifying, just seeing if anybody's improving out there. I'm guessing it'll be harder as the track gets a bit dirtier and also as the temperature goes up. And also, by the way, Kev, there's a few drivers with penalties who are having to start behind the Jettas here. A few Kia drivers, having to start at the back, the very back.
That should make things a bit interesting at the first corner.
Maybe the first few, maybe the first lap.
Yeah,
they're
gonna have to be very, very sensible to make their way through. But then it's gonna put them miles off the back of the rest of the Kias, I suppose, isn't it?
Although I guess that's why you shouldn't get penalties. I imagine.
I suppose. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just it is giving you a penalty and then an extra penalty on top, saying you have to overtake all these cars first.
So that's it. That is a big penalty because as well there's a gap between the two classes when they actually get going. So if you're new to multi-class racing, well, welcome. Glad to have you with us.
Could you get out? Going back to that with the whole, if they're starting from the pits, could they get out before the Jetta comes round? If they leave
I
a
think
big
they
enough
have
gap?
to start at the very back of the field behind.
Personally, I've never started from the pits, so I wouldn't know how it works.
You have to wait until the final car goes past the pit exit line before you're released.
Just give you a green flag and then you went and just had to sit at the pit lane speed limit or what, but I don't know.
Because we once had a race, Kev, at Zolder in the V8 Supercar Championship that we used to cover, where there was a massive pile-up at the start, and there were 3 or 4 people, I don't know if you remember this, Alex, waiting in the pit lane for them all to go through, but because they all crashed on the grid and the track was blocked, those people were so far behind after, a few corners. They were about a minute behind nearly.
That's unbelievable.
That's for coming on the pits, so can ruin your day starting in the pits.
I suppose it's a lesson to learn, isn't it, to not get a penalty and not start at the pits.
That's it, don't get one. Series has been very good with the rules regarding the penalties. We'll hope that continues. Of course, what is it? There's no incident limit, but I think if you're over 8 incidents, you do start to pick up some penalty points. I think it is 8 incidents. You won't get disqualified from the session, but yeah, there will be a sort of a soft limit in place, so to speak. Right. Down to the grid then for round 5 of the season. It's Chris Wood who takes pole position for the Kia, ahead of Alex Everett, then with championship leader Ben Hackerson in 3rd. Who seems to race everything on Apex Racing TV. Sam Reed in 4th, 5th Ian Roskell, 6th Lewis Bibby, 7th Ron Kaiser, 8th Tristan Bodis, 9th Mark Woodhouse and 10th Jason Rowe. 11th Clinton Bell, 12th Stephen Baxter, 13th Scott Malcolm, Neil Rocks in 14th, Anthony Gray 15th, Kip Stevens in 16th, Dale Green 17th, 18th Chris Sherburn, 19th Jason Greenfield and 20th John Roberts. In the Jetta, Dennis Melcher 21st, Ben Becker 22nd, Ian Robson 23rd, Conrad Venter in 24th, Michael Hall 25th, 26th Russell Laidler, 27th Maciek Sakovic, excuse me, 28th Ben Gregory, 29th Steve Hooper, Sean Gardner is 30th ahead of Patrick Hispel, and it's Brian Levitt in 32nd, Stephen Whiteley 33rd, 34th Adam Hedgecock, 35th David Streeter, Stuart Atkinson 36th, James Leggett 37th, Adrian King in 38th, Chris White 39th, Ian King 40th, Dale Bennison 41st, Carter Cunningham 42nd, and then 3 Kias at the back who've been possibly naughty boys. Steve Richardson 43rd, Andrew Whitehead 44th, and Ethan McColgan in 45th. Okay. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green light is on here at Laguna Seca. The Club 73 Touring Car Championship is underway again. A good start by Wood. Also, Everett has lost a place to Hackerson. So Hackerson, championship leader, now makes it a 1-2 for Club 73. But down the inside comes Alex Everett. And, oh, very cold tyres out there. Hackerson twitching around. He's around the outside of Everett.
Couple of guys out. We've got Scott Malcolm, Andy Gray around, and there's I think it's Brian Levitt as well in his Jetta, smoking away. So 3 fatalities already. Jason Rowe around or into the wall, big time. What's happened to him?
Got a nice clean start at the beginning of the Jettas. Dennis Melcher just still taking his lead from Ben Becker. Nice clean. We've got some Kias working their way back through, coming up to pass them. So nice little spread out field in the Jettas at the minute. Though.
Yep. And one thing you've got to say is that we keep it clean, get to the end of the 15-minute race.
Couple of technical issues for Andrew there. Sorry, I feel like we're getting some sound issues here as well. Not sure quite what's going on. I don't know if anyone else can hear that or confirm on the stream, but all of a sudden just going alright. Very strange. Right, Chris Wood leads the way from Ben Hackerson. Andrew just sorted himself out. Alex Everett in third. Melcher leading in the Jettas from Ben Becker and Conrad Venter. Good start for those 3. All still pretty close, so should have 3 good battles out there. Anything else happened, Kev, that we missed?
No, I don't think so. There's a few Kias in the pits. You've got Jason Rowe, Scott Malcolm, and Anthony Gray already in the pits there. They must be waiting for the fast repair. Yep, as Jason Rowe just leaves the pits. Other than that, it's just nice little battles going on. Patrick Crispell is just leading a little group of cars at the minute. Great little battle forming between Stephen Baxter and Kip Stevens over 9th and 10th as well. Oh, sorry, 10th and 11th. It looks like it's going to be set for the race long. Chris Wood definitely coming under some pressure from Benjamin Hackerson now, though.
Yeah, Hackerson looking good. Last lap a few tenths of a second quicker as well. Sorry about this, Kev. I'm getting poked left, right, and centre at the moment for different things, and obviously Andrew's not here as well. So
It's alright,
try and
mate,
just
yeah, I'll try.
give us much info.
Sounds very full, that does.
Oh, he's back. Is he back?
I'm
We've got
back,
a
but I'm
nice
quite
little battle going on for I think it's around 7th or 8th in the Jettas with Ian Robson, Sakovic, and Ben Gregory, who was actually quite quick at the last round, and he's further down the field this time. They're very close together. Seem to be battling out. Keeping their eyes on the leaders though, because Chris Wood, Ben Hackerson very close together, coming up to the final turn. I don't think Ben's quite ready to make a move, but it looks like they'll be making one shortly. He's definitely putting on the pressure.
Yeah, I do apologise to everybody for the issues. The recurring issue, I think, at this point. And if Hackerson can force his way past Chris Wood. Sorry about that, Kev. It's not like a baptism of fire, is there, mate?
No, that's all right.
Sorry about that. Wood from Hackerson, then from Everett. Then Sam Reed in 4th. Your own Kaiser is up in 5th. Veteran of BSRTC. Then it's a good battle between Lewis Bibby and Tristan Bodis. And Bodis has just got through. So, good move there. And Mark Woodhouse just behind them in 9th. Oh, here comes Bibby. Bibby's up the inside. Bodis trying to go the long way around. he hasn't got the momentum. Bibby with a better run up the hill on the Brit Modeler car. Club 73. I think that's the one with nitro helmets for Bibby. Body's going to have a look into the corkscrew. He does, but yeah, he's not close enough to have a go there. Dennis Melchert's just left the building in the Mike Cooling Cup. 2 seconds clear of Ben Becker. Then it's Conrad Venter, Apex Racing UK, and then it's Michael Hall. Michael Hall's a very experienced driver, Kev. Raced against him before, I believe, and yeah, once again showing some good versatility in the VW Jetta here.
Yep, I think you might just get a good run on
It was a mistake
Venter,
by...
just ran wide there.
It was a mistake by Becker as well, Kev, just ahead of them.
Yeah, Michael Hall's definitely a seasoned campaigner and he's very consistent, so I think he'll be working his way back through past these.
Yeah, he is indeed. It's a great qualifying by Conrad actually to get up into third on the grid. I think we did mention the other day, last week, he did get a second place in the Daytona 24 Hours with his team. And,
yeah, then he jumped straight into this, didn't he?
Yeah,
that
he did.
Was, dedication to iRacing there.
But you know, I will plug that again for him. Conrad does some commentary for us here on Apex Racing TV as well. He was covering the Porsche race the other night. This doesn't go quite as fast, let's be honest. But you know, it definitely looks good out there, the Apex Racing UK car. And he's under pressure now from Hall. A great battle actually behind this lot. Look at this. Gregory, Sakovic, Robson and Gardner. Now Gregory and Sakovic are all partners in crime. From the Kia Club Series, which is no longer running, but we do have now the BSR Kia Cup on Saturday nights. Alex was covering. And how's that series going, Alex, in the first few weeks?
Yeah, so far so good. You know, great little series. Another one I think that's gonna grow into something awesome.
Thanks for filling in, by the way, as well at the start of the race.
But to be honest, I didn't do a very good job. So I was getting messages left, right, and centre. I think we had some sound issues and all sorts of stuff. So.
Oh, Venter's off.
Just jump in there
crashing the corkscrew with Michael
and
Hall.
Mudder just starting to make their way through the traffic now, which has allowed Everett to close right back into the back of them.
Okay. Yeah, Everett's right there. Already made the way to the Jetta. It's only taken him 6 laps. More dust being deposited on the Laguna Seca circuit by Ben Hackerson. Leading the championship. Chris Wood is actually down in 25th place. He's actually got no points at the minute. So
battle here between Sean Gardner and Ian Robson as well, side by side, going into turn 1, 25th and 24th overall.
yeah, it's a good scrap. They've got just behind Gregory here. Gardner on the inside. That diesel Jetta, silent assassin, isn't it? It probably goes as fast, Kev, as some of the other cars that we cover on iRacing, but you wouldn't know it by the sound of it, so you can't hear it coming.
No, you can't hear it at all, just like a normal diesel. But yeah, it's not too bad in a straight line.
Everett and Hackerson, guys, look at this, very close.
Oh wow, side by side, wheel to wheel.
Woods definitely utilised the traffic a little bit better, and Hackerson's over the last few weeks has been a bit poor through the traffic, so see how Everett deals with him up behind.
Everett 6th in the championship. Into obviously
a little
into
bit
that
of
top 5
contact there.
The traffic here as well. Oh, off goes here. Oh, and there's contact there. I think I'm behind you actually there. I think you're in front of me.
I think that might be a little bit.
There we go. Oh dear.
We also got Sam Reed, who's very close to winning his first race, I think last week. He's closing in as well in 4th, just up behind Everett.
Yeah, Sam Reed down in 21st in the championship, but he's much better than that. Battle between so Gardner is ahead of Robson, and then it's Hooper. So these Jettas are all in the line here. There's some Kias trying to get through. Jettas using the Kias for a bit of extra slipstream, but look at this speed differential here. Fairly similar on the brakes, Kev, I think. Oh,
yeah.
the front three. The front three are coming together.
But it was actually there's a Kia coming to get lapped who's actually getting in the way a little bit, which is making it more difficult for everyone. So
the Wood, Haxon, Everett, hey, they're so close together. This is the chaos of the Club 73 Touring Car Championship sometimes. When the lappery starts, it really does sometimes become quite difficult to follow. Get the lapped car out of the way. You need to get out of the way.
Bibby and Bell for 6th and 7th place, very close.
I do realise blue flags are advisory on iRacing, but just get out of the way. Not going to make a difference unless you're 2 laps down, of course. If you're fighting to stay on the lead lap, don't bother.
exactly, Andrew. It's definitely making it a lot more difficult to get through the traffic than it needs to be for the leaders.
You know, I don't want to sit here and slag drivers off, but
Move.
you've got to move. Yeah, you have to. Oh, and now there's almost some argy-bargy between Russell Laidler and the leader, Chris Wood.
Laidler needs a finish, doesn't he, more than anything? He's had a shocking season so far.
I really don't know what Scott Malcolm's doing, to be honest.
Yeah, he does need a little wave out the way, doesn't he? And
I know it's
let these leaders go through. It's definitely making it more interesting to watch, but it's still not when the situation when you're trying to lead the race.
It might
not
be
fair
that
for her.
Chris Wood's just going to give him a helping hand here in a second. Because I think he's getting fed up of it, to be honest.
I would have done already,
So he
I
should
think.
be. So
I think he might get past here. Yeah, he should be up the inside. There
but he's having to make an overtake on the lapped card, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I realise
he's run wide. Here comes Haxon. Haxon might have a run.
Yeah, but look, you see, he might have
there.
lost him a position if Atkinson can get on the inside. But Wood's gone off. Lost a bit of momentum. There's gravel everywhere up the hill. But yeah, if that had have caused a change for the lead, then that would have been terrible. There is a slowdown, I think, for Atkinson. Cut the course at the corkscrew. Interestingly now, in the Mike Cooling Cup, Ben Becker has closed to within 1.5 seconds of Dennis Melchert, so the traffic's not worked well for Melchert. Lost about a second of his lead. And Ben Becker's just got to keep plugging away. Becker's currently 6th in the points. But he's been battling well alongside a lot of the main contenders in this first few races, Kev.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely shown that he's got some potential to carry on and go on. Might even get some wins in the championship.
Might be able to win the championship if he continues his good form. There's a lot of drivers who can do that. I think it's going to be very circuit dependent, Kevin, as opposed to it's going to be which circuits the drivers actually like in this car. I think because I think the speed is very similar.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a few people who will be quick on every track, but then the difference in tracks. I mean, you've got fast and flowing tracks, so you've got tight and technical tracks, and some tracks just suit drivers better than others. So just you need to find where you're better and capitalise on the tracks that you're good at, and then have a damage limitation race when the tracks that you're not so good at.
That's one of the great things. Oh, look at that now. Becker is right there with Melchert. Melchert's had a horrible half a lap. Last couple of corners, he's really struggled. And Ben Becker, right under his rear bumper now. Just as he gets an unwanted Kia right in his way as he's trying to get through the last sector. But yeah, it's becoming very difficult for both classes now.
Yeah,
as the racing is getting just so disorganised.
The Jettas are having to massively compromise their lines, so they're just. I mean, look at how wide Melchert is through there. Becker's got a run on. I think Becker might even have a run on him through
here.
But
Here
then
comes
Hall's right behind now as well. So the Kias are definitely playing havoc with the Jettas.
So it's gone from being about 4 seconds between the three of them to being about 4 tenths between the three of them. Here they go, they're down the hill towards the Andretti hairpin. Becker's having to defend hard from Michael Hall now. Got a car off.
Mark Woodhouse
Yeah,
has
car
just been spun round. He was little incident there with the Kias. I think he thinks someone just clipped the back wheel.
Woodhouse. Yeah. And let's see what's happened to him.
Kip
Stevens was the culprit.
Just ran at the back of him a little bit.
Yeah.
Dan Reed on Alex Everett with half a lap to go. Oh, he just can't quite make it stick through there. Never. Oh, I don't know. Might be gifted.
He's round wide.
no.
Oh, Beckerson. Oh, Beckerson.
Oh,
Beckerson rather, not Beckerson.
Oh dear, that's his teammate. Well, it's a stable mate at least in Club 73. Oh dear.
not very. Not very teammate-like, is it?
No.
Here we go then.
There were some choice words about that there last night as well, but over the line comes Chris Wood to win round 5 of the season in the Club 73 Touring Car Championship. It's going to be Alex Everett in second, with Ben Hackson in third. Really hanging his head in shame. I don't know. I didn't see the full
Oh, look at this
incident.
crash across the line. Didn't even make it there. Whoever that was, Baxter. Oh,
Got
Although
all three cars for the Jetta all together coming across the final turn with the laps car getting in the way. Melcher
God.
might just hang on. It's going to be a photo finish between Becker and Hall,
Oh,
I think.
that's just crap. Sorry, that's quite crap driving.
Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Yeah, they've come right across the line together. I don't know who got that.
I missed that. I was busy looking at the crash. I'm sorry about that.
Hall got that in the end, actually. Just from Becker. So Melcher, Hall, Becker was the top 3 in the Jettas.
and Leggett looks like
Laidler
he
was-
spun on the final corner as well. So it's all kicking off right at the end.
Yeah, I do apologise to the Jetta drivers there. A little bit distracted. What a finish that was, though, over the line. Wow.
The hatred flow, Mr. Woodhouse.
Oh, they're going to kick my ass. They really are. But you know what? I'm sorry. It was a good battle. I missed it. Apologies. I was just looking at some quite crap driving down the field, to be fair. Between.
Don't hold back or anything tonight, will you, mate?
Oh, no,
let it
no,
let it
I
out.
mean, I mean,
And-
you're like Emperor Palpatine, aren't you? Really?
And your anger.
Good. But let's have a look. I was just looking at the crash for Baxter. It was. Now, Clinton Bell runs wide. So Baxter has a little look at the inside. Bell runs wide, comes back on, and just quarter panels him.
If we can get it.
It's so clumsy. It's unbelievable. And
Is
old
this
Baxter.
after, after the finish line?
No,
It's just
no, it
before.
wasn't. It was before the finish line.
Here we go. So we're watching Baxter here. We should get a replay of this.
Please
Yeah,
tell me
I'm
if I'm
watching
being.
now.
Please
I'm
tell me
watching
if
now.
I'm being unfair, Alex. Please. But I just don't think that's very good at all. To be fair.
Nah, not so much. He gave him room as well, didn't he, Baxter? He was nice enough to give him room to let him come back on the circuit. And he was like,
I just
"Ah,
whacked him.
cheers for that, but I'll take a bit more."
Oh dear. Well, there we go. There we have it.
A great finish as well for the Jettas. Let's get a replay of that.
It was a
Look at
brilliant
that.
finish, actually, and I do apologise to them for not seeing it because it was great.
I was watching it the last half lap, and it all bottlenecked up because there was a lap car who lost it. As you come down as the last right-hander, he lost it as he going in, so Melcher had to just check up a little bit.
And the two
they just all got together. They were just all got together going to the last corner.
and Hall and Becker just were banging wheel arches, just trying to get that little bit of extra, just extra speed. So you say that? So Hall got that. Did we see, Alex, how much that was by?
Unfortunately, I can't see it on my live timing until we bring up the results.
They were all a lap down on my screen, you see, so I don't think it will show the time.
You're right. It probably won't show me either.
I'll
Nope.
tell you who else did have actually a really good race was Andrew Whitehead. He started in the pits and he's finished 10th overall, only 20 seconds off the lead. It's
You
not
know what?
bad.
That is a brilliant performance by Whitehead. He was talking to me before the race about the fact that he was a naughty boy in qualifying, I think, last week, and had to start from the back, the very back, 44th on the grid. But yeah, 20 seconds off the lead is terrific. Really good from Whitehead. Okay, let's go through the finishing order then. The results should be coming up on your screen right about now. Chris Wood won the race by 3.3 seconds ahead of Alex Everett, made his pole position count in great style. Ben Hackerson was third after hitting his teammate Sam Reid. Jeroen Kaiser was in fourth, and then Reid in fifth. Tristan Body sixth, seventh Kip Stevens, and eighth Clinton Bell. Ninth Lewis Bibby, and 10th Andrew Whitehead, as we mentioned before. 11th Neil Rocks, John Roberts 12th, 13th Mark Woodhouse, 14th Stephen Baxter, 15th was Dale Green. 16th place was Jason Greenfield, ahead of Christopher Sherburn, Ian Roskell, and Scott Malcolm, who's being a bit of a headache for the leaders out there, I have to say. Jason Rowe was 20th. And then in the Mike Cooling Cup, it was a terrific finish, one of the best I've ever seen really on Apex Racing TV, with Dennis Melchett taking the victory, with Michael Hall second by, there wasn't much in it at all, over Ben Becker, hardly anything. Russell Laidler was fourth, with Maciek Sakovic in fifth, Ben Gregory in sixth, Carter Cunning at seventh, eighth Sean Gardner, ninth Conrad Venter, 10th Patrick Kispel, 11th Ian Robson, 12th James Leggett, 13th Stuart Atkinson, 14th Steve Hooper, 15th Stephen Whiteley, 16th Chris White, 17th Dale Benson, 18th David Streeter, 19th Brian Levitt, and Adrian King in 20th. The retirements, then we had Ethan McColgan, 41st, 2 laps down, Anthony Gray 2 laps down, Ian King was 3 laps down, and Adam Hedgecock 7 laps down, and Steve Richardson didn't take the starts, Kev.
No, I don't know why that was.
Nope. Well, it was a great race of the first one of the evening in the Club 73 Touring Car Championship, and we'll be after more of that action when we come back for race 2. So join us back here on Apex Racing TV in just a few moments where the feature race will get underway. We'll see you in a bit.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made, 56 slides in at a 4, who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV, round 6 of the Club 73 Touring Car Championship, presented by World League Sim Racing here in Apex Racing TV, iRacing Live. We have a large development, really, in the well, it's in the Mike Cooling Cup. The previous championship leader, and probably the championship leader after the first round, Dennis Melcher, was had a meltdown, I think, and selected the wrong car, and well, unfortunately, will not be able to take part in the race now. Got to iron those mistakes out. Just a quick one. I'll bring Kevin Noon and Alex Simpson in a moment, but Chris Wood on pole position and Dale Bennison on pole position in the Jetta.
Green, green, green.
Green lights is on, and Chris Wood, who's already won a race tonight, is away ahead of Sam Reed. Oh, sideways is Chris Wood. Reed is there. On the outside is Anthony Gray. He might be around the outside to the lead. Can he maintain the run around the outside? I think he can, you know. And that's one of the best moves I've seen on the opening lap in a long time. They're still side by side through the first couple of corners in the middle sector. And now Anthony Gray is clear. But here comes Sam Reed. Reed on the inside. Reed goes through on Chris Wood. Wood now goes a little bit wide. Kevin Noon, what a hectic start that is.
It sounded very, very hectic there, Andrew. I'm just watching the Jettas. Dale Bennison got a very poor start. Now that Stephen Whiteley, who's got a nice little gap in. I think ahead of Ian Robinson, I think. But yeah, they sounded all hectic.
Sorry, Wood. Big issues. Massive slowdown through the corkscrews. A few drivers with them as well.
Off. Cars off in the background as well.
You know how costly that is on the first
Durban.
lap. Oh, look at them!
Killer. Well, look at the Jettas at the front of the Jetta category. Oh, the Kia's slowing down into the final corner. There's all sorts of a cluster going on there. Oh, into the wall. Who's that? Is that Wood? No, it's not Wood.
Clinton Bell.
Fell into the wall. God. And look at the Jettas.
Brian Levitt just gone through on the lead there.
It is
Stephen Whiteley.
Yeah, Levitt on the inside into the Andretti hairpin. Can he get it slowed down in time? And oh, he's wide. He's going to have the momentum, I think, though. And he's going through, Brian Levitt. Good start there. Whiteley in second. David Streeter and Adrian King. Oh, bash. Oh, and again. Heavy blows from the VW Jetta there. Adrian King smashing into the side of Adam Hedgecock there. But maintaining his position. They'll love that in the railway in Doncaster. Look at this battle, 2x2, Kev.
Yeah, Rusty Laidler in there as well. He needs to keep his nose clean and get a good finish this weekend.
Yeah, his championship position not the best. That's why he's starting a bit further down. And behind them, you've got Atkinson, Hall.
Whitehead, his second race is not going so well. He's out by the looks of it.
No, he's spun. Oh, he's keeping going. Is he going to come in the pits? He's going to come in the pits. There is a fast repair, Alex, so he might be able to get that back.
Just seeing Laidler as well with his teammate just knocking two bells out of each other there as well. And I think Laidler's going to jump into the pits, try and get out of this cluster.
Hedgecock and Leggett then going through. I think you can pit at any time here. No pit window as such.
Sam Reed still is out in front of the Kias. Nice half-second lead over Anthony Gray.
Got Malcolm then in third.
Yep. Sam Reed on another little run that like he was on last week, where he was leading most of the race.
Had a pretty poor championship so far, Sam Reed. That's why he's so far down. The early going. Sorry, that's why he's so far up the grid. Sorry, apologies. Yep, Gray, then Malcolm, then Greenfield. Ahead of Ian Roskell. And Ian Roskell's a veteran of the Kia Club Series. for the Brit Modeler team, 2 all to play. Sorry, Gone Broke Racing, that is. Sorry, apologies.
Good gaggle of cars for 12th to possibly 17th of Jerome Kaiser, Ben Hackerson, Lewis Bibby, all closely packed in there.
One thing you'll know, Kev, and I'm sure Alex will tell you, we do love a good gaggle on Apex Racing TV.
Lewis Bibby's just pulled into the pits to try and get some clean air, I think.
I guarantee we don't say gaggle as much as that PA announcer at Silverstone did, Alex, but there you go, that's another thing.
No. Yeah, where did we hear that first? That we just had to adopt
Conrad,
it?
I think, wasn't it?
No, who uses gaggle?
Holy cow, it was a gaggle. Holy cow, it was Conrad, wasn't it?
Oh.
I think there's another YouTuber uses it. What's his name? I can't remember, but he uses gaggle all the time.
I think it was a Conrad Venter thing. Speaking of which, where is he? Middle of the pack somewhere. Oh, he's in a right battle here with the King, is it? He's just got past King and Hooper. Where's King going? Sure, really.
Here we've got Conrad's shiny new livery on there as well.
And now he's having to defend hard from Steve Hooper. Look at this in front as well, just as we go into the Andretti Hairpin Hall versus Bibby. No, not Bibby, sorry. Leggett.
Hooper did get Conrad there as well. Good move into turn 1. Conrad left the door open a little bit.
Scott Malcolm up to second in the Kias. Past Anthony Gray and Ian Roscoe's just having a look up the inside, yep.
Gray's start was brilliant for boosting motorsport, but can't keep it up, obviously. What's that behind? Neil Rocks. There is Bodies. Greenfield.
Oh, I've got people coming out of the pits here and everything now in the different classes. It's really, really going to get busy very, very quickly, I feel.
Yep. It's congested out there, Alex, you're right.
Look at that.
Over 40 cars. No Dennis Melcher, of course.
Someone
A fatal error for his race.
The grass to get past.
Oh, there's a crash behind these guys. What's going on?
Who is it?
There's
Adam Hedgecock
everywhere. Hedgecock, involved in it.
Hedgecock in the hedge then. And oh dear, yeah. State of that Jetta. It takes a lot to smash up a Jetta. It's just about as much as that one can take.
Oh, he just got sandwiched in there and then pushed off to one side.
Oh, Bash! At the top of the hill. One of the Jettas and one of the Kias. The 233, that's Ben Becker. That's another Club 73 car he just nearly quarter panelled in Jason Greenfield.
A load of guys in the pits right now as well.
Oh, Carter Cundinger's cut the course at the corkscrew. A lot of k sounds in that sentence. Now he's got to slow down.
Looking at Roscoe and Everett again. Very close. Maybe a move this time for Roscoe. Going down into turn 1. Late on the brakes. Not quite good enough. Anthony Gray trying to get back in on there. Bibby, the only real driver to have pitted in.
Yeah, he's getting really tight and congested again though. Wood, Kaiser, Rocks. A battle with Baxter. They're having a great scrap actually over I think that's 7th, isn't it? Kev, what's the mindset like, do you think? Wait for the pit stop or try and make a move now?
If you're in traffic, I'd be in and trying to get myself some clear air. I think if I was Sam Reed, who was out at the front, I'd just be waiting until my fuel run out, basically, and then you need to be stationary for the least amount of time because you're putting less fuel in to get you to the end.
So actually, the longer you wait,
the more fuel you need to put in, the longer you're stationary. So if you just keep going and wait until you need to pit, and then just make sure you hit your marks.
Should be erring towards the longer stint, really. Then that is the common sense move, but it is iRacing, so I'm sure the drivers.
Yeah, I mean,
sense button's been engaged.
You need to figure out. No, go on. I'll let you jump in.
Oh, sorry, that was just Baxter running wide. It's given an opportunity to Chris Wood. Okay, go on.
Just regarding the pit stops, obviously you've got to wear in consider your tyre wear. You know, the Kia, it does use its front tyres quite heavily, so you know, it might be worth pitting more towards the middle of the race and having a new set and running a kind of an average of both, of just basically racing 2 races together.
Well, especially as they're trying to get past the traffic. A big.
Is that Chris
incident
Woodoff?
there. And Baxter's nearly around. It's the 76 of your own Kaiser. Nearly ended up dispatching Baxter. Now he's going through on Ben Hackerson. Or is Hackerson going through on him? I can't really tell. Yeah, that's a messy sequence. Alex, I don't know what you caught of that.
Bits here and there. I was desperately trying to find the drivers.
Hackerson's
wide
on the grass trying to go through. This is where it really gets messy. This is where the Kia drivers end up just losing the patience a little bit. The Jetta drivers need to be aware. They need to be placing the car nicely. Look at this train then. Your own Kaiser, Ben Hackerson, Stephen Baxter, Neil Rocks, Mark Woodhouse, Kip Stevens.
Kaiser at the
Jason
pits.
Rowe has dived into the pit lane, and that could be a great move, Kev.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, look at
somebody's
this.
spinning right there. Oh, it was the wall. Oh,
Well,
They're going to hold on to that.
He
Just
nearly
about.
saved it.
Who was that?
Neil Rocks. Neil Rocks just saved it. I think he just clipped the wall a little bit.
look.
Yeah, going back to Kaiser. Yeah, it's definitely a good move to get into the pits now.
He
that,
did
that
hit.
was
He bashed
getting
the
a bit
wall.
messy.
Sorry, he bashed the ball quite hard there. Sorry, go on.
I would just say that it's a good move to Kaiser to get in the pits.
Leggett having a little look.
Jason Rowe's in as well.
Yeah,
That's a
James
good
Leggett
decision.
moving up to 24th place. Oh, it's close, but some battles going on behind them as well.
There is James Leggett. There
In
he is.
24th, just ahead of Stephen Whiteley at the moment. Finishes that move off.
Good battle for second here with Malcolm and Everett coming up the corkscrew now, right close together.
Right close to where we were just looking as well.
Was that what you said?
Everett's so close to Malcolm. Malcolm down the inside of the 112 of Michael Hall. Everett's all over Scott Malcolm here. Going to go on the inside, surely into the final corner. Surely Everett's going to make it stick, and he does. Good move by Alex Everett.
Someone jumped into the pits there as well. I'm not sure who that was.
It was a Jetta of
Sakovic.
Becker, was it? Or Sakovic, sorry. Maciek Sakovic, former Club Series champion, Season 1. Here in this very time slot on Apex Racing TV, of course. That's when we used to race here in the Club Series. Watched a few of those myself.
Roscoe closing the gap on Malcolm as well. Malcolm's just dropping off Everett a little bit.
Yeah, Roscoe just needs to stick really with Malcolm. Try and get through on Scott Malcolm, possibly then pace after Alex Everett, but it's not going to be easy. Everett's a quick driver, and Scott Malcolm was very, very strong in the Tier 2 category of the final Club Series season. Very nearly took that title.
Oh, that was a
just
great
Modest, I
battle.
believe, that did.
Malcolm and Everett again. Oh, was that back? No, I think it was back marker. Sorry, got myself all giddy thinking it was into the corkscrew. No one goes for moves there, but that makes sense now.
So you have got a gaggle here of Jettas. Russell Laidler, 27th. Then Ben Becker, Stuart Atkinson, Conrad Venter, Jason Rowe, not Jason Rowe, sorry. John Gardner, I think it is. No, it's not. What's going on? I think it is Sean Gardner, actually, in the other Jetta. Back of this pack, so these guys are battling for position while being lapped. It's always interesting. Conrad Venter very close to Stuart Atkinson. Conrad's going to have to take to the very high lines. He's going to try and be brave through the corkscrew and go around the outside. If he's alongside, he'll have the line for the second part. He doesn't quite manage it. And he's now prey to Sean Gardner in 31st.
I don't know if anyone saw, but Conrad was nice enough to put together a little track guide for for the racers for around here as well. Did a great job.
Pretty cool. Got the Apex Academy coming into fruition again. Not to plug it, but to plug it. Money. Did the Club
Sign-up's open in
70
5 weeks' time.
What's that?
I said sign-up's open in 5 weeks' time.
There you go. Shameless as usual. This is the Club 73 Touring Car Championship in association with World League Sim Racing on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Andrew Woodhouse, Kevin Noon, Alex Simpson with you. Pleased to be here. And Kev, your second week in the Club 73 series. How are you enjoying the action out there?
It's mental. It's hard to keep up with what everything's going on. Once you start getting into lap traffic, it's very difficult for everyone, I think, because no one really knows what to do. It's when you're racing in some of the bigger championships where it's just you kind of expect people to the slower cars generally just hold their line. But when you're in this situation, essentially half an hour is a sprint race. Everyone's racing everyone, so you're having to lap cars that are already too wide because they're in a battle of their own. So it gets very confusing for people, I think.
So
Malcolm's at his
I
pit.
think you're right there.
Just watching this. Sorry, guys, to interrupt you.
Sorry, mate.
Slow one, 26 seconds. He's going to lose loads of places. He was right towards the front, but everybody's going to come screaming past him.
Here we go then.
Everett's
Atkinson,
already
I
out
think.
and clear. I think.
Kaiser. Depends how quickly he gets out. No, he's going to lose those 2 places. Might lose a third, but no, he's not going to lose a third at all. He's miles in front of Baxter. Sorry. Didn't really work out that well for Jason Rowe, did it? Kev was at the back of that group when he pitted. Hasn't really gained much.
No, sometimes it's difficult to get you back into your rhythm after you've pitted. If you don't come back out into a train of cars, it's difficult to get back up to speed. You just ease your way into it, and you have a poor outlap, and then you find that you've lost some time.
Sorry, guys. 5th and 6th right now. Woodhouse and Kip
Yes.
Stevens. They were having a great little battle side by side.
Having a little look at that. Club 73 with nitro helmets. Mark Woodhouse, Pro Sim, Kip Stevens.
Sam Reed's just gone, hasn't he? He's in the distance, 11 seconds ahead.
Oh, Stevens nearly missed his break. Oh, he did miss his breaking point. Going on here.
Maybe disconnect or DNF, disqualification. What's gone on? He was
Well,
doing
Russell
well.
Laidler.
First of the drivers who had pitted. Looking good for him it was, but yeah, dropping down the order.
I think Russell Laidler's had severe damage as well, so I wonder if it's
Poor
related.
old Rusty, I swear. Yeah, he's out as well. He's just not having fun in that Jeddah.
So that's with
What was that?
Ben Becker and it's Becker, isn't it? Oh, dear.
Who is ricocheting down the corkscrew right now? Someone
Now,
is.
which car? Is it
It was I think it was a
Kia?
I think it was a Kia. Yeah, I just caught a glimpse of it. I might have been
Shane
wrong.
down the corkscrew.
Go
Sam
back.
Reed's
Lewis
in the
Bibby?
pits.
Lewis Bibby's out, but is that? No, he's had a disconnect.
All the leaders are pitting.
Unfortunately, I can't control
No.
my cameras like you guys can. But I went back 40 seconds. Conrad was going through the corkscrew, and there was someone in the wall. But I can't unfortunately flip
Okay.
around like you can. I have to point
No,
and
that's fine.
select.
I'll have a little look back. Just
It's Tristan Bottas now on the lead.
Oh!
Pitting.
think it was it Ian Robson? I think it's Ian Robson, and then there's a crash behind them. Hooper and I don't know if you can find that. Hooper and Gardiner on lap 10, Alex. I don't know if it's too far back now, but they also had a crash after Robson was in the wall. It was such a strange.
Right, here we go. We've got him coming up up the hill. A CQR car about to put a move on him. Maybe that's where it starts. He slows down, I think, and just lets him go. just got the line all wrong, and then just drove into the wall. What was that? Who else was it? Sorry.
Behind them, just wait.
Oh yeah, it's a 3 into 1. Okay, that was worth
I don't know
finding.
what those two were doing either, to be honest. But then that was just, and then Laidler was wiped out by Becker. Don't know what went on there. Kev, did you see that incident?
No, I haven't seen it. I'm just watching this second place battle with Sam Reed and Alex Everett. It's getting quite close and heated now.
Oh yeah, here comes Everett then. As Mark Woodhouse pits from what was, I think, second or third.
I think he was actually down in
think it was
5th, so
fifth,
he's not
yeah.
really. Yeah.
This is just the top
Expect him
3. I
to
think
drop
Bottas,
right
I
back
think
in the
Bottas,
order.
Gray and Stevens still need to pit. I think so. I think Sam Reed still has the net lead of the race.
Okay, I think you're right there. Bodies trying very hard on his what I presume will be his in lap. I'm not sure. See. Yeah, Reed and Everett's getting ever closer. That's only about a second now. Bodies. Does he pit this time? Does Anthony Gray pit as well for Boosted Motorsport? Bodies continues. So, and Gray's in the... Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not in the pits. Oh. He's off. That's where he is. Dear me. Good grief. Tell you.
It was a late decision.
That was a late decision. Oh dear. Oh. Well. Yeah. What can you say? I think he was avoiding lap traffic as well, but oh gosh. I have to come in the pits, to be honest. I don't think he's made his stop. Oh, so. Oh! Hall! Nearly just hitting Stevens. Stevens was on the inside and sort of a tiny bit optimistic. But Hall now be able to do a move on Sakovic. This is for second place in the Mike Cooling Cup. Let's see if he can do it. Up the inside goes Magic Sakovic. Magic sandwich, as Paul Smith liked to say. And he has to slot in behind Michael Hall. So Hall making good progress once again. Started 42nd on the grid. He's 22nd now. And a really, really good performance by him so far. 7 minutes left.
Is Bottas going to pit this time round? Yep, he's coming in.
Let's see if Gray's going to pit this time as well.
So you've got Bottas into the pits from the lead.
Yeah.
Make sure he has, yep, Gray's in as well. Gray's followed him in. So have to wait and see if Kip Stevens comes.
Wondering if Brian's going to come in as well, because now he's gone through.
No, Gray's gone off on the entry to the pits. Just as you turn left, and
Not having
Stevens
fun
has
with
stayed
this.
out.
Not having fun with this pit lane entry, is he?
That's what practice is for.
Is indeed. Oh, possibly more needed there. I can imagine. That's what Alex tells me. If I ever moan about anything, he's just like, you just need to practice more, mate. he's laughing because it's true.
It's the
truth. Oh, got that on replay as well. Sorry, sorry, Anthony.
We apologise.
He won't want it. He won't want to see that one back. He's like, oh, Ash.
He'll hate us tomorrow, but do you know what? It's worth it because it's a good moment. Not for him, obviously, but let's have a look where he comes out then. So Kaiser's gone through. Who else has gone through? Chris Wood, I think, is going through.
Bottas come out in 9th place after that as well, tucked up behind Baxter.
So Anthony Gray is 13th. See that off in the pit lane has really just destroyed his race.
Yeah, he had to reverse out of it, didn't he? So it would have taken ages.
Hit the inside, and Stevens is he? No, sorry,
Or
Stevens isn't
Levittson
in.
as
Brian
well.
Levittson from the lead of the Mike Cooling Cup. So let's see then.
20 odd seconds for a stationary, so I don't think this is going to be that close actually.
Hall and Sakovic are coming through the second to last corner just about now. Oh no.
It's
See
still
what
going to be
Levitt-
stationary for about another 8 or so seconds. So
Oh, and Hall getting pushed wide by Kia.
he hasn't even got going yet. So there he goes. So
Michael Hall's going to go through, and Maciej Sakovic as well.
Stevens has stayed out. Now, all I'm thinking is he going to pit on the very last lap and cross the line without having to do the pit exit?
yeah, we said that last time, didn't we? But he come in 1 lap before that. So
Yeah, we don't know whether that's. Is that possible? Do we know? Is it against the sporting code? Possibly. Who knows? We had this in Formula 1, didn't we? 1998
Well, yeah, exactly.
with Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Alex, did you get a chance to meet the guys? I listened to the interview that Dakovic and Gregory and Baker did at Autosport. Did you get to hang out with those guys at any point?
I didn't see them while we were there, actually. No, so it was a shame. We were obviously floating around for 3 days, but no, didn't bump into them. It's a big old place.
Did you meet a lot of people though?
Yeah, we met quite a lot.
Familiar faces?
Yeah, quite a lot. It was good. Yeah, I definitely think, if we will organise something to do that. So, yeah, just have a good night out on the town as well.
Yes.
I had a great night.
Well, yeah, didn't lose your phone, I guess, that time.
No, not this time.
That would have been an expensive couple of weeks, wouldn't it?
Spent more money in Birmingham than I did in Vegas. The whole trip. That's what was ridiculous.
There we go. That's where all the fun is. Birmingham, everybody.
A mess.
Oh dear. Let's have a look then. Oh dear. Kev, he's supposed to be the responsible one as well. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, if you work hard, you play hard, don't you?
Oh, that's it. That's the right answer, I think, as well. Now, Hackerson and Roskell then, 4th and 5th. About 4 minutes to go. I don't know what's the official race time left.
3 minutes 24 seconds.
3 minutes 24 seconds. Okay. So Ian Roskell having to hold off Ben Hackerson. So he's going to be able to do it. He's going defensive, Roskell. I'm not sure he needs to. Hackerson's not going to overtake him into the kink, let's be honest, but he will overtake him out of the kink because he defended thin air.
He ran that curb far too hard, turning in.
And we mention this all the time on Apex TV as Roskell tries to fight back on the brake into the corkscrew. Cannot defend thin air because all it does is it just compromises your line. And that's what happened to Ian Roskell there, and he'll look back at that and he'll think, well, because Hackerson isn't going to have a lunge into the kink. He's not, he's not daft. I don't think he's going to try that. Roskell might be able to fight back though. Hackerson's had a pretty bad exit out of the last corner. Got the speed in that Kia Optima though, over the crest. Now, Michael Hall has pulled away from Maciej Sakovic just about 3 seconds now. So that's good. David Streeter having a great race and now having a good battle with Ben Becker. So this is for the final spot on the podium in the Mike Cooling Cup, Kevin.
Yeah, it's all heating up. There's a little bit of a gap between some of the cars, but if someone makes a mistake, they'll be right there to capitalise on it.
See what Becker can do then, heading towards the Andretti hairpin.
Stevens must have been in the pits. Sam Reed's now back in the lead, just a second ahead of Alex Everett.
Stevens is going to have a fast car now, though, I think.
Yeah, he's down in 11th, I think, at the minute. So,
but he's definitely going to put trouble.
Yeah, there's Chris Wood and Jason Rowe just a couple of seconds ahead. So,
Guy's immediately in front of him. Yeah, that's right. Actually, it's quite a few seconds, isn't it? Chris Wood, Anthony Gray, Mark Woodhouse.
Everett is closing in.
Yeah.
Sam Reed extremely quickly, guys. Gone on here because he was 10 seconds
got
clear.
damage. Got damage.
Going to be on. This will be the final lap of the race as well. 1 minute as they cross the start-finish line. So White Flagg's going to come out with plenty of time.
Both of them have got pretty beaten up Kias here.
lapped car in front might play a part.
See then, that
Oh,
is Whiteley.
Getting out of the way very sensibly to lessen him being a lap car there.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. not going to help you by getting in the way of the leaders, is it? It's not going to help your race. Conrad Venter and James Leggett within about a second as well. But Sam Reed then might have to do some defending for the overall win, but I think he's just pulled his finger out a bit, and on that lap he was slightly slower than Everett, but it was only 100th of a second, so pretty sure he's got this one in the bag as long as he... A nice corkscrew here. It's easier said than done, of course. And then this final sector, are we going to get the white flag this time, or is it going to be the checker?
Well, white flag has come out. It's whether or not it's going to be the checker.
Let's have a look then.
I think it will be the checker as they come around. It's just...
It will be.
Normally if it's 10 seconds or so. There we go. Checker flag is being waved.
Through the final corner then. And over the line goes Sam Reed. He wins round 6 of the Club 73 Touring Car Championship. Alex Everett in second. Let's have a look. There isn't really a battle in the Jetters. If Michael Hall can come through. Oh, look at this then. Jason Rowe, Anthony Gray, Woodhouse, Wood, all in a line. It's going to be Jason Rowe that takes that. So in the end, his strategy did work out. Kip Stevens just left it too late. Comes across in 13th. Two corners to go for Hall, sorry. On the final corner. And he's confident enough to come over to the inside to his pit crew. Michael Hall takes victory in the feature race. Brilliant. Brilliant for Michael Hall. And a great job by Maciej Sakovic as well. Finding his feet in the Jetta now. Once again, a chaotic race, Kev, and but one that has provided some good action, some good thrills and spills out there.
Yeah, there's been some great action tonight. There's been some silly little incidents as you go along, but when you're racing this hard and with a multi-class situation, you're always going to get comings together and some accidents.
Yep. Alex, mate, as usual, great to have you along. Enjoy the action out there.
Yeah, once again, a lot of fun. Enjoyed the racing. It's just manic. From my point, it's really difficult to
hard to follow,
to keep up with the cameras with where everything is. There's so many drivers as well. So when you when you call out someone, I've got to find it in the list. So it's it's
difficult.
tough.
It's a difficult one for us as well, definitely, and. Make sure everyone has... I don't know if everyone has finished yet, actually.
I'm pretty sure they have now, to be honest.
They have. Let me just have a look. Yes, I think everyone is done. Right. Okay, now I'll take you through the finishing order for round 6 of the Club 73 Touring Car Championship presented by World League Sim Racing. Sam Reed takes the win by 1.5 seconds over Alex Everett, apologies. And Ben Hackison in 3rd with Jeroen Kaiser 4th, 5th for Ian Roscoe, and 6th for Tristan Bodis. 7th, Scott Malcolm. Much better showing from him in race 2. Stephen Baxter in 8th with Jason Rowe 9th and Anthony Gray 10th. Mark Woodhouse in 11th. 12th for Chris Wood. 13th for Kip Stevens. 14th for Andrew Whitehead. 15th for Neil Rocks. 16th Jason Greenfield. 17th Christopher Sherburn. Dale Green in 18th. 19th for John Roberts. And 20th for Clinton Bell. In the Mike Cooling Cup, Michael Hall takes the victory there ahead of Maciej Sakovic by a few seconds. Ben Becker in 3rd. David Streeter 4th. 5th for James Leggett. 6th for Conrad Venter. And then in overall position order, 27th Ben Gregory. 28th Brian Levitt, who did lead most of the first half of the race. Stuart Atkinson 29th. 30th Sean Gardner. 31st Adrian King. Quite a strong result for him actually. 32nd Stephen Whiteley. Ian King in 33rd. 34th Patrick Kispel. Dale Bennison 35th. 36th Chris White. And then the cars who retired from the race: Lewis Bibby, Steve Hooper, Russell Laidler, Ian Robson, Carter Kundinger, Adam Hedgecock, and the unfortunate Dennis Melcher, who paid the ultimate price for quite a quite a rookie mistake, actually, Alex, in the end.
Yeah, unfortunate that one. What can you say?
Unfortunate picking the wrong car, of course, Kev. I mean, it can happen, but it's unusual for a championship leader to do that.
Just whacking the button really quickly, not paying attention. That's all it is,
I mean, I remember looking back to the first BSRTC team race we did, and there was nothing but hassle with people clicking the wrong button for the wrong teams and everything. It's easy to do.
Oh, God, yeah. I remember that. I think I might have been in one of those. But, yeah, look, things happen, and hopefully Dennis will be back next week with fire in his belly, so to speak, ready to go for the rest of the season. Right, that is all we've got time for, guys. We're a little bit constrained on time tonight, but we will be back at the same time next week with more Club 73 touring car action. The next action here on Apex Racing TV will be the BSR Formula Renault Series. Join us on Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock for that one, is that right?
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
Again.
the next one is the Rikmatech.
Oh, it is.
Sports
It's
car.
on the night before. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Rikmatech Sports Car Series at stupid o'clock on Tuesday morning. No, 2 a.m. GMT. And but yeah, we've been loving having that series in there, and that's another series, Alex. I'll just quickly mention that. That's one where we have seen so far 2 different circuits and different drivers at the front, and that's what I'm really enjoying about that one.
Yeah, very competitive series as well. Big grid too. So, with the MX-5 and the Mustang, of course.
Great old series. Kev, thanks for joining me again. And I guess we'll catch you. We'll catch you next week as well for the Club 73.
Yeah, you will for sure.
All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us, everybody, here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. This has been the Club 73 Championship in association with World League Sim Racing. I've been Andrew Woodhouse, and I've had Kevin Noon and Alex Simpson with me. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week. See you later.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world, then left us without warning. They were